Racism in Southern California? No way. We're a blue state. We're liberal Hollywood. We grew up with Jackie Robinson and Roy Campanella. We cheered Rafer Johnson, Arthur Ashe, and Kareem. We elected Tom Bradley mayor. Ralph Bunche went to school here. Racism in Southern California? Please, say it isn't so. It's primarily the South that's racist. I mean, they killed Emmett Till and Dr. King. They keep African Americans from voting and moving into white neighborhoods. They're the bad guys. They're the red states. But the truth, unfortunately, is that racism is a national shame, not a local one. Before World War II, there was a separate black beach where Pico Boulevard met the ocean. Recently, there was a large parcel of land originally owned by a Negro family returned to its rightful descendants. Until the late 1960s, intermarriage was illegal, and Negroes were redlined from new housing developments across the city. The first African Americans to attend UCLA were in 1937, and by 1960, when Negroes were 10% of California's population, there was still less than 5% at the university. Today, that 5%, it remains at 5%. Yep, despite the university's image as being inclusive, African Americans continue to be unrepresented. But that doesn't mean Southern California is racist. Maybe not, but it does raise questions. Remember the Watts riots? In 1965, a relatively minor traffic scuffle between a white patrol officer and a black driver escalated to 6 days of violent rioting across African American neighborhoods. 34 people died and millions in burned businesses and property damage. By 1991, 4 Los Angeles policemen, 3 white, 1 black, were acquitted by an all-white jury of the savage beating of Rodney King, an African American man. Caught on camera by a bystander, graphic video of the attack was broadcast across the nation. Fury over the acquittal spilled onto the streets and across the city, resulting in 5 days of rioting as black frustrations at a lack of economic opportunity exploded into violence. Still reeling from racial tensions, the trial of O.J. Simpson in 1964 divided the city again, blacks believing him innocent, whites believing him guilty. In the past few years, the Black Lives Matter movement has gained traction here. The outrageous number of men killed, disproportionately black, stunned our consciousness. Racism does exist. Perhaps it's more nuanced here than elsewhere, but its presence is pervasive and palpable. I love Southern California, and I know we're capable of doing better. We need to do better.